All right, everyone. Today we are here with Juan Narvaez. Am I saying your name right?
Narvaez.
Narvaez. Narvaez.
Narvaez. Close enough.
Yeah, I try my best. So, thank you for hopping on, Juan. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate you dropping some massive value here for our community.
Sure, no problem.
So I'll obviously give you a chance to introduce yourself and tell a little bit about your background, what got you into merchant services, and kind of where you are so far with the business. My understanding is so far you've closed 2 deals, one deal from our booked appointment location finder service, and then one deal from your own prospecting that you did there as well. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I know so far. Feel free to introduce yourself and kind of walk us through one, your background, maybe where you live, what you do, two, what got you into merchant services, and 3, how the business is coming along.
Okay, so my name is Juan Narvaez, and I'm actually from South Texas. It's a small town. It's called Roma, Texas. It's right on the border. It's walking distance to Mexico. It's a very small town. So and that's one of the things that was kind of holding me back to join it, because I didn't see any potential here. But now that I'm in it, I mean, I see a lot of potential, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. I am a 24-year teacher, high school math teacher. I've been doing this. I'm starting my 25th year.
Wow.
And the idea of becoming a business owner, it's pretty much kind of for the future. I got about 5 more years before I retire. So I'm gonna retire young, relatively young compared to other careers. I mean, I'll be around 53 years old. So the idea was to build something for that time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't want to. I mean, there's a lot of teachers that go back to teaching because, of course, retirement is not the big deal. I mean, as far as financially, so I don't want to go back to school and do the
Mm-hmm.
same thing for more years. Okay, so I want to do something. I want to build something for that time where it's something that I can do in my own time and whenever I want. Pretty much that freedom. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I've tried other things, to be honest. But this is the one that has given me, I think it has the most potential, because what I like about this business is that residual income. I mean, you just have to put in the work at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and once you set it up, I mean, it's there working for you. So that's pretty much what I like about this.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, the other reason is I got a couple of boys. I got a 21-year-old and a 15-year-old. And I want to get into that. Okay, I don't want them to be working for someone else for the rest of their life. So so I want to become the teacher now. I want to learn from you guys, and you guys are doing an awesome job in doing that. And once I learn everything, I want to pass this on to my 2 boys.
Amazing. Love that. Love that. So to date, it looks like you have 2 closed deals. Let's just kind of walk
Yes.
through each of them here. So we'll start off with the booked appointment one that we sent over to you.
Uh-huh.
Kind of walk us through, when you got the lead from us, the forum and everything, who to contact, who the business was, how much your volume was, what was kind of the first thing you did there?
Okay, so the first thing that I agreed to is the distance. The distance I had to travel, because once again, my town, it has maybe about 13,000 residents. Is not that big. So
Yeah.
I agreed to travel an hour and a half, 2 hours. So the appointment that I got from you guys, it's about an hour and 15-hour drive from here.
Okay.
And it's a meat market. They actually, these guys, they're owners. They're from Mexico. They're from Monterrey, Mexico. And what they do, they export cabrito, which is pretty much goat meat,
Mm.
and they sell it here. Okay, so so I went in there. The guy, the one in charge, he's a very nice guy. He's an older guy, and we just, I mean, the way I see this is just, you just gotta be yourself. I mean, you can't pretend to be someone else. You just gotta, the communication. And I think I connected with him because my background, it's also, my roots are from Mexico. So we spoke the same language. So pretty much all the transactions that were in Spanish. So that's one of the benefits that I have, that I'm bilingual. So
Yeah.
anything in Spanish, I mean, that's a big plus.
Yeah.
And I got in there. The first thing that I asked is how familiar or how much information was he given, and he was pretty much just flat on the. I mean, basically, the only thing that he had is that I was gonna go in there and talk to him about that.
Got it.
So
So just to so I understand. So basically, when you got the lead from us, did you immediately just go out and drive up there? I know it's a bit of a commute, or did you call them first?
No, I called him first.
Yeah.
Yes, I called him first, and I told him, where are you at? When are you available? And at that time, it was during the summer. It was in July. So I mean, teachers in July, we have the summer. And he said tomorrow, and I just scheduled the appointment for the following day, 10 o'clock. I was there, and we just started talking. And of course, I watched all the course. I watched all the videos before going there, and to just try to, of course, try to get me ready for any kind of question.
Yeah.
Okay, and of course, was I able to answer everything? Of course not, because there are some questions that he asked me that I had to write down. And I got home and just pretty much spoke to John, and he's the one that helped me clear up all those questions.
Right. Okay, so you met with him, you answered some questions, took some notes. What was the follow-up process like? Did you pretty much sign him up on the spot, or was it like a multiple week?
No, I had to make another trip. That's when I signed them up. Okay, so because some of the questions that was brought up is can we do a split? Okay, because of course one of the first things in the videos, it's right, you try to pass on the fees to the customer, 3.54%. You want to go in there for the 4%, but then he brought me that. He told me, yes, I've seen this. I mean, it has happened to me. I go to eat at a restaurant, and people are charging that fee.
Yeah.
But he was like, I think it's too much to start off with. I would love to start with like a small amount. And that's when he asked me, can I do a split? Can I pay 2% and the customer 2%?
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, okay, be honest with you, I don't know, but I'll find out for you. So I wrote down all the questions, all the things, the little things that I didn't know that he asked me. Okay, I came back home, I spoke to John, we set up a meeting, and I let him know all the questions and pretty much the things that we could offer him, because he already had a mini Clover working for him. Okay, so all those little things, and just came back, wrote it down, and just cleared up with Tony. With John.
Yeah.
And then I called them up, and then I told them I was ready. I answered his questions over the phone, and when he said, "Okay, let's do this," that's when I went back in there and started off the application.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, so that seemed like it was a pretty straightforward process. You've visited him twice.
Actually, I actually feel very lucky. Because the first lead, okay, the first lead, while I was waiting for that, because he got to a point where he was kind of thinking about it, and that's when I got the second lead. But the second lead, I'm still working on it, because that one is a little bit more challenging.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. It's always good to talk about, obviously different situations, because there's always going to be different merchants that you're going to encounter during the journey. So that second lead that we sent you that you're still working on, what was kind of like the process with that, and what are maybe some of the sticking points you're experiencing with him?
Okay, that one, the same thing. I spoke to I called the business, and I spoke to it was a lady, and I because the notes that I got, it was the owner supposed to be a Ray guy. So I asked for Ray. He said he's kind of out of town, so I think they were going on vacations, so he won't be here for about a week and a half. Okay. So then after that time, I called him and I set up the appointment, and sure enough, I went in there, and he's interested. The only problem is that he has already the Square POS system, and that's what I'm trying to figure out, how to make him make the transfer.
Yeah.
Okay, because I mean, we're talking about two completely different things. Clover, Square, kind of this kind of the opposite, right? So
yeah.
So that's what we're trying to work with him.
Got it. Now I'm curious. Now, how did that conversation go with? So you called in, and then they said, "Oh, Ray's on vacation for a week and a half. Call back then." When you called back, I think like at this point, it's over almost 2 weeks have passed since that initial conversation with our location finder team. And so, I mean, I would assume that Ray or whoever talked to our location finder team probably doesn't remember ever even speaking with our team in the first place. It's 2 weeks have almost passed. Like, did you mention that? Did you say, hey, there's somebody on our team called you about 2 weeks ago and like said you might be interested in cash discount? Or how did you basically frame that context of why you're calling?
Well, the thing is that when I called the first time, when the lady that told me that Ray was on vacation, it was actually the wife.
Okay.
And I told her that it's because it's Juan Narvaez on Paybotics, and I have this information for Ray, and she's the one that remembered.
Okay.
And when I went in there, it turns out that she's the one that runs the financials, not Ray.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna have to direct to her instead of Ray.
Yeah. Got it. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Very good to know. Okay. And then let's talk about the deal that you closed yourself. So how did that come to be?
Okay. So I waited for everything to be I hadn't received my initial the opening package, the little machine, the photo shirt and everything. I hadn't received all that.
Yep.
So I waited for that, and I ordered my business cards. So when I got everything ready, that's when I officially posted that in my personal Facebook page. Okay, so I went in there. I just created a post. I put a picture of my index on my business card, and just threw it out there. Family, friends, I'm starting this new journey, blah blah blah, and just kind of introduce what the plan is. And I actually got 2 leads from there. Okay, one of them was the one that I closed. Okay, he's actually a friend of mine, and he owns it's a feed store / hardware store. And I went in there, and then the first thing was of course, what is it that you need, right? What do you have right now? What is it that you need? And it turns out that he was using Intuit, and it was gonna expire in the first days of October. So he was gonna need something for sure. And if it wasn't us, Intuit has sent in an email. They were recommending to go to Shopify. So that's when I told them, okay, you know what? Give me some time, give me a few days, and I'll get you a proposal to try to see what we can offer. And that's when I spoke to John, and I gave him several options. I gave him from the mini Clover to the complete point of sale system.
Yeah.
And it was back and forth. But in this case, of course, it's a local store, so it's a shorter drive. It's only about 5 minutes from my house, so I wouldn't mind going back and forth with him.
Yeah.
Okay. So that one did take a lot more because he was very undecided. Okay, he couldn't decide what to do. I even set up a meeting with one of the programs, one of the softwares that John recommended, which was, I can't remember the name of it. It's like a cloud version point of sale system. Okay, which is very similar to Intuit, what he was using. And we connected with a representative from them on Saturday morning. We were there. We connected through Zoom, and we showed him the sample. But it turned out at the end, he decided to go with. He found a local guy who was gonna provide the processing software. So I only provided the terminal for him.
Yeah.
So we went with the basic, the Valor 100. That's the one he's using right now.
Got it. Okay. Hey, John, welcome to the call.
Hello. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Juan. How's it going?
Hey, John. Good.
Good. Very good. Yeah, that was a interesting one. And that was one that he got from Facebook, the lead. So that was really good. And the fact that we weren't able to get actually it saved us from having to buy equipment and stuff like that. So it was simple to just get the Valor in there. But yeah, so something like that, Intuit has decided to get out of that particular game of the POS systems. So there's a lot of clients like that out there. They're currently looking for a new system. So it's definitely an opportunity to try to find those clients.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. And so basically, John, to catch you up, basically, we Juan already talked about the first deal he closed from the point appointment service, the meat market client, and then this one that he closed on his own from his Facebook Facebook page. So those are the 2 deals that he's closed, and there's one that he's still working on from the appointment package that we sent over to him when he joined Merchant Automation. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps the part of talking through your deals. Now, I do want to say, what do you want to ask? One, if you put yourself in the shoes of somebody who's coming into our program and just obviously trying to go out there and maybe, just trying to close their first deal, don't really have much sales experience, might be even a little anxious about talking to business owners. Any words of encouragement, advice that you felt like really helped you, or any kind of mindset shift that really helped you in terms of how you approach the process?
Okay, well, first of all, make sure that you go through the program. Make sure you watch all the videos. You have to be knowledgeable of everything. I mean, it's I think it's very hard at the beginning because I guess you start learning as you go. It's, for example, when I started teaching, of course, did they teach me everything that I know when I was in college? Of course not. I basically started learning everything when I started teaching. And as the years go on, you start learning more because there are different kids and everything. So same thing with this. I mean, uh, people will start asking different questions, and of course you have to be honest with them, and you gotta let them know that you don't know the answer, but you will make the time and you will make the effort to find the answer for them. Okay, so make sure that they know everything in that course, the merchant automation. Watch all the videos. I mean, try to go through all the flyers and everything. Just make sure that they know how the system works. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one thing, and of course, the other thing is you just have to be patient. You just have to be patient. Don't expect for this to be try to get rich overnight, because it's not going to happen. Okay, it's something that it's going to gradually grow. Of course, the more effort you put into it, the more success you're going to get out of it. I mean, personally, I'm doing it as a part-time. I'm a high school teacher. I'm a baseball coach, so I'm always very busy. So I'm trying to get the weekends pretty much to set aside for this. That's when I do my visits. That's when I visit the businesses, or at least I go into Google Maps, especially in my area. Now that I know what I have to look for, I see a lot of potential in this little town that I live. I see a lot of potential, a lot. Okay, and of course, as a business owner, you would love to get a client that's doing $50,000-$75,000 a month. Okay,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like John told me, it's all about helping the people around you, especially their friend of yours. It's all about helping. I mean, local businesses helping each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I can get someone who's doing $10,000, $15,000 a month, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yep, those little accounts, I've always said, are key to building the foundation of your portfolio. Because, if a person has one account that brings in $1,000 a month, you could lose that account, and there goes your portfolio. But if you have 10, 20 accounts that equal to $1,000 a month, you're not going to lose 20 accounts in 1 month. You're going to lose one here and there, but your portfolio, your foundation will be solid. So yeah, take them all, and then occasionally you are going to get the bigger ones, and work on those bigger ones. But at the same time, you're picking up the small ones along the way.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also in the local community like that, it's like business owners know business owners too, right? And so word might get around. People might be talking at the same, just talking to amongst each other. Hey, I got this, merchant services guy that I really like. His name's Juan, and he's been helping out with me, saving me processing fees. And I might be interested in that. So word, especially in a local community like that, word gets around pretty quickly. So you're always opening more doors for referrals as well.
Yeah, plus since Juan, he's part of the community, he's a teacher, he coaches baseball. Like for the kids' soccer team, when I go to soccer events and stuff like that, I'm talking to people that own restaurants. Some of the dads from the kids own restaurants, they own businesses. So just by that, you're able to get in the door as well. And even sponsorships down the road, you can do sponsorships for the baseball team with your merchant services, and that's a way for people to be able to reach out to you, and use the resources you have there in the community.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
network. I mean, network. Talk to as many people as you possibly can, especially friends. I mean, I have right now. We're working when I'm trying to get. There's a former student of the school that also one of the leads that I got from Facebook, but he hasn't replied to me. He's running a painting company, and I think John, that's one of the ones that I told you about. He's using Clover already, and he's charging a lot of money in just one location, and he's trying to expand all over Texas. So that's a good lead that we want. But the thing is that he hasn't still sent me right now he's not planning to do the cash discount. but we're trying to see if we can save him some money on the fees. Okay, so I'm waiting for that statement so we can break it down and try to see if we can do something better for him. Okay,
Yeah.
and then the other one, it's a friend of mine here in the small city. We actually have one of my best friends from since middle school. He owns a wood bat company. He manufactures wood bats. And of course, talking to him, because we still practice together and everything. And I mentioned him. He has a website, so he's interested in doing a gateway for that website. And of course, he wants to do like he doesn't want to use a terminal. So he wants something on his phone where he can input the credit card information and just kind of run the ticket from there. So that's another thing we're trying to work on also.
Yeah.
And it's all about just talking to friends, just talking to people that you know, and they're coming along. So that's why when I told you I've been doing this for a little bit over a month, 2 contracts on 2 months, that's about a contract a month. I mean, I think it's pretty good.
Good pace. Yeah, very good pace for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. You just keep adding them on.
Yes.
And, you know, 2-3 years down the road, you're like, wow, I built up a nice little portfolio here.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool, guys. That's pretty much everything I had for this call. Any last words of encouragement or advice, Juan, John? Anything from you guys?
It is
yeah,
very
go ahead.
competitive.
Mhm.
It is very competitive, but at the same time, there's a lot of potential. Okay, and like I said, you start learning now pretty much everywhere I go and eat with my family. That's the first thing I look into. Okay, what is it that they have when I pay? Do they have the cash discount? Are they charging or not? Okay, so there's a lot of potential out there. Like I said, that's the main thing that I like about this business model is that the residual income. You just have to put in the work at the beginning, and once you set it up, it's money coming in for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, and just final words. You know, I reached out to Juan for the interview because I really like the way that he's approached the business, you know, what merchant automation has to offer. He goes to the trainings we do on Tuesdays when he can. He gets all the information. But you know, main thing is like when he got his first lead, he wasn't afraid to get out there. You know, he went to the lead. I helped him out with it. We got the whole deal closed. You got him set up. So, you know, it's just understanding that it is a journey and it is a process to learn. But once you get to a certain point, you know, 3, 4, 6 months into it, all that you've learned, it does not go to waste.
Yeah.
The deals become easier to close, you know, 6 months from now from when you first start the program.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a teacher. One of the things I always tell my students is that it doesn't get easier, you just get better.
Yeah. A great frame for a lot of things in life for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for your time. John, if you want to stay on for a quick second here.
Okay.
But Juan, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Sure,
All
no
right,
problem.
Juan. Talk to you soon, Juan.
Take care,
All right,
Juan.
thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yep.